Lay with me, not right now. Lay with me, not right now.
It's officially 6:24 in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It is like 6:30 a.m. on Thursday. I've been back in Canada for like 4 days. I got back from Colombia on Sunday, and now we are headed to New York. This is mostly like a family trip. My baby brother lives there and studies there. I have like really horrible sniffles. I think it's like allergies. I'm kind of trying to figure out what exactly is causing it, but so far it's just been like kind of a non-stop runny nose situation. But overall, like I feel fine, like energy wise. So yeah, crack of dawn over here. We are driving to New York, so we're in the car now, and yeah, there's no light. I literally thought the sun came up at like 5 in the morning here, but clearly wrong. So I'll update you guys when we have maybe some like scenic driving views or when we stop.
We have 48 hours to solve a crime.
Making a quick pit stop. Sun's up. It's really beautiful. It's like chilly, but we're about half an hour from the border right now, so we're gonna be crossing over into the States. Got our passports. Okay, we're going over the bridge now, entering America. America. Lots of trucks. So this is what it looks like. You're basically in a line, and then they check your passport, and this is Buffalo, New York. Yeah. I hope I got it. New York. Not New York. New York. Not New York. So we made it past the border. Now we're driving through New York. So far it's just kind of like a little bit of the city and like country, but I'm curious because I've never actually done this drive, like whether it's gonna be just like all kind of like country, like highway, or like whether we're going through a lot of townships. So we'll see. And we're supposed to get there in like 6 hours from now.
Like the size of that.
We're in America. Alright, so I'm chewing an apple. I think go straight. We accidentally ended up in Scranton, Pennsylvania somehow. A little bit of a detour, but I don't know, the highways are really confusing, and I'm just using GPS and it doesn't like adjust.
Welcome to Scranton. Right?
Scranton.
Welcome. Electric City.
Okay, but we're trying to get to New York City, so I'm gonna hop back on the GPS. So Scranton actually looks pretty cute. Like it's got some old stuff and some new stuff, and it's kind of in like a valley. I don't know. I guess it was meant to be. Maybe we should just pull over and find a motel for the night. Cute. Is that a mermaid?
This is when you enter the song, the theme song to the hospital.
just got to New York, just getting settled in our room and gonna go explore. I'm just gonna change like really quick and get right out there because one, daylight, and two, like we've been in the car for like 8 hours and my body just needs to move. Okay, did a little quick glam. Got a little bit of art there. I don't really know what we're gonna do today. I have like a couple ideas. There's like some music venues I wanted to check out. Some cool spots where there's supposed to be like bands and shows that are like up and coming artists and like affordable ticket prices. But for right now we're just gonna walk. So come along. Come along.
I get to learn to work and play. I get to love with each other.
Oh, shit. Give you a quick one.
You can look at later whenever. Yeah.
Back at the hotel, we just had dinner. Kind of like a cute but somewhat touristy place. We're near the Empire State, so like all around here is kind of touristy and whatever. Or it's for like lunch spots for people who work in the finance and whatever buildings around here. But we're gonna go explore. I don't know. East Village kind of area. And yeah, maybe find some music, find something to do. Dinner was really lovely and it was really nice to see my family, catch up with everyone. Okay, so we basically just walked around St. Mark's a little bit, just kind of exploring, and now we're gonna go see if we can find a live music venue. So there's a couple in the area and we're gonna go check those out. Okay, so we found a really sick, amazing live music spot. Got to meet some like really cool local female musicians. And now we're just walking around St. Mark's, going back to the subway, I think. Oh, we can crossing a street, shooting a vlog. Yeah, I'm very high because the music was amazing. I'm really inspired to like brush up on my skills as a performer. And it was like all women tonight, so it was like really cool for that reason. And yeah, I'm gonna go take a hot bath and enjoy some cable television because it has all the channels that Netflix doesn't, like the shopping channels and Arthur. Oh my god, I was literally hoping to watch this movie. And tomorrow is a new day and new adventures, and I have some idea of what I'm gonna do, but kind of keeping it loosey-goosey and gonna go with the flow and gonna eat that continental breakfast and New York, New York. Hi everyone, this is day 2 in New York. I had breakfast. I'm just getting ready. We're gonna go hang out in Washington Square, have a cup of coffee, talks amongst ourselves, and then we're gonna go to the MoMA, which I've never been to. I've been to the MoMA gift shop because I went there with my sister and we either like didn't want to pay the ticket price or it was closed. I think it was actually closed. But I've never actually been, so that'll be really cool. Apparently there's a cool like video exhibit. So a bit of a tourist thing today, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. And before I keep randomly applying highlighter, I'm gonna sign off and then do some videos again when I'm walking. I'm back. So part of my goals in coming here, I'm really like just kind of catching up with my baby brother who's living here and studying here. But I also really want to tap into the music scene. I've been to New York a few times, but sometimes for just like meetings and sometimes just as a tourist. Like my first time here, I think when I was like 16, I was really just like doing tourist stuff. But I got to see a lot of the city, but like the thing is I've seen New York so much on television and on different shows, and like kind of like getting glimpses and getting a feeling of like this area is for this area is for that from that, but like not having really experienced it in person. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. Obviously I want to connect with like a lot of musicians here and like learn really what the scene is like for like musicians who like live and are based out of New York, not just like on tour or like not just stopping through here. But last night I was just like so impressed with the caliber of like the musicians. I think I said this like in my little like video last night, but yeah, like the bands were just like really tight with each other, and like that's something like super admirable, and I want to be doing more of that. I want to be playing more live and playing more like with a group at some point, not like a band, but playing my stuff and gigging that way, which I have done in the past. It's a lot of work. Like it can feel like you're kind of herding cats sometimes because it's hard to get people to like who are all independent musicians and who are like kind of focused on doing their own thing. It's hard to get them to like be motivated to learn your music and to want to play with you if you don't have gigs set up. And then when you do have gigs set up, it's like a lot of scheduling work and a lot of like just figuring out the logistics of how it's going to work for everyone involved in the band or in the group. But I think it's like so worthwhile, and hey, I'm a musician, so like that's kind of like what the name of the game is, right? Trying to think. Honestly, like coming here, I really do feel like Toronto is just a little suburb of the States, which like it kind of is, right? Like all of our border cities in Canada are like right near the States for commerce and trade purposes. But yeah, it's just like even Ottawa's really close, like Windsor and Detroit, like that's really close. Vancouver's kind of like its own thing because it's like an island, but it's still like very close proximity to the West Coast United States. And I really do have a this feeling like when I was walking around the East Village last night in St. Mark's, like it felt kind of like Queen Street West to me. Like it reminds me of neighborhoods in Toronto and like the vibe, the kind of like crowd that they're like catering to. Obviously there's like the finance district, and then there's like more hipster neighborhoods, and there's like a Chinatown and stuff like that. Like there's just a lot of similarities between Manhattan, a lot of differences as well. I find the people are a lot more like assertive here. Like they're not like, oh sorry, they're like more timid in Canada kind of, and I think that's like generally like an American kind of like attitude, like a go-getter, large and in charge kind of thing. But people are very friendly. Like I don't know if I'm just interacting with like tourists, but everyone I've interacted with so far has been like really friendly. But I know that there is like some of that New York attitude as well, especially like on the roads and in like other boroughs that are a bit more like less touristy or less like student population. As always, if you have stories of New York, tips, whatever, please share them. I really like reading people's suggestions. I love reading like reviews too, like before I go anywhere. A lot of the time I like to just like unplug and just like wander and explore and kind of like figure things out that way. Like I honestly think that's the best way to do it. Like to kind of have like, okay, these are points in my mind that I think might be cool. Like obviously you don't want to just like get off at any random subway stop and then just be like exploring, walking around, because that's kind of weird. But or you just don't, like it's not really safe, I guess. You don't know where exactly you want to be. But yeah, we'll see how today goes, and I will tune in a little later.
Maybe one day. Well, Ryerson is now, the real Jesus is a woman, a man, and every day.
Okay, hanging out in Washington Square. There's a piano guy right there. He's really good. It's like really setting the vibe. My sniffles are in like full effect. So are the cherry blossoms. It's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful day here. It's like Saturday, sunshine. Gonna get a coffee and do some more exploring. Oh my god, ordering a bagel. This spreads look insane. Also ginormous. I don't know what it's called. Okay, so we're walking around East 10th and Broadway, and there's like this little kind of pop-up street festival. Got a coffee. It's just kind of plain drip. I'm gonna try to find like a better coffee, but this is really cute. There's like a lot of like cute little vendors.
It's definitely a dance move.
Okay, and we decided on getting a little bit of jerk chicken from these guys. Ooh.
Yeah, okay, it's cut.
We're in the MoMA. It is insanely busy. I think we're gonna go to the top floor and then work our way down. Okay, so we're on the top floor of the MoMA. Right now there's like some cool video exhibits happening. I am fading though. Like no, I think I just had too much coffee and like not enough sleep. But we're gonna keep going, walk around a little bit, check it all out. There's supposed to be a Panicio exhibit as well, so see what that's about. But right now we're taking a little break on a bench and fighting off the urge to take a nap. Okay, so I just woke up from a nap. I took a nap on this bench. Now I'm gonna go explore. Shh, don't tell anyone that don't blow my cover. Everyone else looks pretty tired though. It's not just me. It's not a want, it's a need.
It's like 7 o'clock.
Okay, so we're done the MoMA, and now we're just getting coffee because it seems we can't get enough of coffee all the time. It's coffee every hour. And then we're gonna go have some meatballs. Are you guys ready for the biggest orange cone ever to exist? Yeah, you thought Montreal was bad. Park.
59th Street, Bridgetown. Feeling
We just had a very massive family style, my first time having family style meal at a place called Carmine's. Apparently it's a chain across the US. There's like one in Dallas or multiple in Dallas, Vegas, Detroit. I don't know. Anyway, it was really delicious. I got to have one meatball, which was my goal of tonight. And now we're gonna go crash my little brother's friend's party and do some karaoke. And I don't know what song I'm gonna pull out because I actually did karaoke like a few weeks ago in Medellin, and I think I pulled out all my good ones. So I'm really gonna have to rack my brain. I actually feel a lot of pressure when picking a song because I'm a singer. Like, I don't want to actually like suck, but I want to have fun. So it's got to be like a fun song to sing, and like, but not something like too out of my range or that I haven't sung before, where then I'm like, I'm choking. So that should be interesting. And that's going to be in Williamsburg. And it's my first time kind of exploring Williamsburg. As many times as I've been to Manhattan, I haven't like really explored much of Brooklyn. And I've always wanted to. I just haven't really ever had the time. So I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully there'll be some fun footage. And hopefully some people will bomb, or they'll be really entertaining, because that's the best. Yeah, or someone will get really wasted and sing some Cher. Okay, see you later. See you there. I'm in Brooklyn. Okay, free pizza at this bar. We're at the Alligator Lounge. There's pool table, there's a long lineup, and karaoke in the back. But I'm definitely gonna have that once dinner number 1 goes down. It's very sad.
I'm a venereal disease like a menstrual bleed. Through the insulin leaks. Each careful step along the byway. I need some help here, folks. Come on. To the side of the road. It says 15 miles to the left. Let's check it.
Back at the hotel. That was a lot of fun. I haven't done karaoke in like a couple weeks. So not even long ago at all. Yeah, so tomorrow's like our last full day here, so we're just kind of trying to map out like what's gonna make the most sense. I think we kind of want to hang out in Brooklyn though, because there's like a lot of cool spots and it's like a different energy, I guess. So yeah, and now I'm trying to figure out what I want to watch on cable TV, because I really like it. Like, I actually like the limited options. Do you ever like go on Netflix and you're just like scrolling for half an hour, you don't click anything? This, I like just going from like channel 1 and then just going up, and there's like some crazy stuff on here. 1-800-MISSING, Major Crimes, Glam Lab, Get the Gringo. So yeah, it's really cool here. It's like, I would really like to live here at some point, I think, or do like a longer visit, or even just play here, like have a real show here, like even just singing at karaoke, like the energy of people. I sang Lost on You by LP, and like a bunch of the women in the audience like knew it, young women, and they were all like singing along with me, and it's such a good song. In Colombia too, like they love that song. It's like a big hit there. It's a good karaoke song too. It's very challenging. It's a song I used to sing in the car a lot while driving. I used to just make a playlist of like difficult songs to sing. So it's like a lot of Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, that song by LP, some Bruno Mars, some Adele, and I would just try to like stretch my vocal range a little bit in my car alone, so as not to bother my neighbors. Damn, my car used to be just like such a refuge. Like my favorite thing about my car was being able to be like as loud as I want and just like sing and really like use that time on the road productively. But I think it was very distracting for me as well. Like I think I'm just like such an emotional person, and especially I'm so emotional when I sing and when I like get into a song. So even when I'm just like driving on the highway or driving through traffic, I just like my soul goes somewhere else. I haven't driven now in like almost, well, I drive like every now and then like in the country, but the last time was probably around Christmas then. But I haven't had a car in 2 years. I really love public transit though. Like taking the subway in New York is like really cool. And it's also, it seems very like, the roof feels like it's lower. Like obviously it's the subway's underground, but like in Toronto and like other subway systems I've been to, like it doesn't feel as claustrophobic. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of like all of the crazy stories I've heard about New York subways and like seen on television, but it's actually like the feeling, like I feel like the cars are kind of smaller, like in terms of like the car size and the tube that it's in, so like the ceiling is like lower. I don't know, it just feels a little more intense here. Saw a cool guy doing some like dance moves, but he didn't appear to be like busking, which was like interesting. Like he didn't like do the thing and then like put his hat out at the end. He just like did his thing and then moved on. Anyway, back to my program. I'm gonna get some rest and the show. Good night. Trying to think of what I want to wear today, which pieces of the collection. They all kind of go together, which is the sick part. But I think I might do just like the full cigarette again because it's super comfy.
Look, it's the animal.
Market. This is Ocean Parkway. Ocean is that way. Man.
Love it everywhere.
So beautiful.
Alex, maybe 6 to 7.
This is a great idea.
Of course, it's the ocean.
Mr. Saucy. Yeah.
The most iconic of them all, I'd say. Probably the most iconic Ferris wheel.
Oh are coming. Oh my god, is it running right now? There's people, like the rides are running. What? I wonder if it opens on Easter weekend or something. People are literally gonna go swimming. This is Coney Island. Oh, that's really sad. Yes, clean up the oceans. Stop investing in plastic. It's a plastic world. Oh my god. Okay, I think that's where we should shoot. Right there. Oh my god. Okay, so we just did a little kind of mini photo shoot out here on Coney Island here. Walked around the fairgrounds. It's really cool being here because this is such an iconic spot and it really inspired like a lot of the collection and my project. Coney Island beauty. The tickler. Walking down Old Fulton.
So beautiful. Should do a selfie here too.
Okay, so we're back in Brooklyn, but via Manhattan to take the L train. And we're plotting on skiing, trying to hit up an open mic, and hopefully we make it in time to sign up, because sometimes they're really strict. You never know, or it just fills up really quickly is what I mean to say. So stay tuned. Okay, I made it. Signed up.
And this is the church that you go to?
Yeah, it's right here.
Now I can't sing.
Just got a delicious pastrami and hanging out on the bench outside. Thing starts in like 20 minutes, so we're just gonna eat and then head
What's this section? I tried to do my best. It was the very least that I could do. As for all the rest, I some love. In loneliness, send me some. If weakness, send me some. And bring else they had probable cause. Who killed Santa Claus? I swear it wasn't me. Well, working in a sweatshop ain't much fun, so they whittled themselves a tiny gun to blow Saint Nick back to Kingdom Come.
By my insides, it's fine. But don't follow me, I can't keep up this upper lip ain't big enough. My platform is a 2x4, it doubles as a cutting board sometimes.
I've been alone, oh, I've been alone, oh, I've been alone without you. I've been alone, oh, I've been alone, oh, I've been alone without you. And postcard, holding you is easy, but holding on seems too hard. Holding you is easy, but holding on seems too hard.
Baby girl, I'm gonna miss you. Ooh, nobody talks like we do. When I go home, I hope love and money are plentiful. Can't look away, 'cause we're damned and we're beautiful.
Don't look at me cockeyed. Think you unable to be tongue-tied, oh. Trying to sip margaritas in the Bahamas.
Am I supposed to hold on to it? No time for this. Time just to burn up. Yours too slowly digest.
Here I am, alone with you. You asked me for a dance. My dance with you. The wild American New
So many parts of just being good.
It's kind of a bear.
So we just had our last dinner here at a beautiful Italian restaurant. We're gonna go Subway home. Okay. I want to look at the garden.
This place is fucking gorgeous. And they were trying to remove in the garden.
Oh, wow. This is the place. This is the place. Okay, new Nicolas Cage movie.
That's just so sad. He's just become a caricature of himself.
I've never seen a more diverse outfit ever.
Did you see my Hello Kitty?
That you got in Colombia.
Did you actually make?
Finally back at the hotel, and it's time for a hot bath and more cable television and some peppermint tea. I don't think we're gonna go back out tonight. We kind of had this as our like evening activity, and we're feeling it from just all of the long days, and tomorrow we're gonna drive back. Okay, so we're just packing up here and gonna hit the road, just checking out last day in New York. Okay, so we're just grabbing one last coffee from the hotel lobby, We said our goodbyes. I wish I could stay here for like weeks or like a month. There's so much to explore. Like, we really just scratched the surface. But I am looking forward to going back home. I've been like very inspired. I really want to like dig in the studio again, get back to my recording routines, and like just back to producing. Also being in my studio to make art pieces, make headpieces, make clothing, make costumes. Like, I just miss having all my tools around me, having been in Colombia for 3 months and then like this little weekend away. Like, I've taken in so much experience, but it's also hard being an artist and not always having like your tools with you when you travel, like my glue gun and my sewing machine. And thankfully I had my production studio. But here in New York, no, I traveled pretty light, and yeah, just really wanted to take it all in, explore some spots. We got to meet a lot of like really amazing musicians. I'm looking forward to connecting more with them, and also like checking out some more spots on future visits. So overall, it was just like a really great time. Hopefully you guys watching, like, you're seeing some cool little bits of New York, or getting to see kind of like what I do when I'm just on a little holiday or like a little getaway. And yeah, so typically like I kind of go with the flow. Like, if I'm alone or if I'm just traveling with my partner, like, we do a lot more like exploring on our own. But because this was like a family trip, we did a lot of stuff together, which was really cool and really fun. But it was kind of like a mixed bag of stuff. But every day had music involved, which was sick. And yeah, I can't wait to do more. I love you, New York. I can't wait to come back. I can't wait to like meet more artists from here, dig into the scene. And yeah, so I'll update you guys once we're on the road. I think we're in Jersey now, but there's just these gorgeous, oh, can't see anything. Wait, that's okay. So these gorgeous cherry blossoms, I think they are, and it just feels so like springy, really beautiful. My allergies are going insane, but beautiful. So it's come from Pennsylvania. So we just drove to the Appalachian Mountains, or we're kind of still in them, and we're in Pennsylvania now, en route to Toronto. Crossing back over into Canada. I think we're officially over the waterline. Yay, sunset. And there's dead grasshoppers on the windshield. It's a metaphor for life. So the windshield is still kind of that, but we're back in Toronto. Yay. Full day of driving. Wasn't bad. Nothing major to report. I started this vlog kind of in a similar setting. It was like 6 in the morning or whatever, and now it's a little bit past 9 at night, and that was 3 days in New York. So there you go. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot more adventures, but right now I'm going to get back to exploring my hometown, Toronto. Okay, so last little thoughts before like I sign off this vlog. Coming back to Toronto, it's kind of like the feeling that I had in New York. Like, I felt like Toronto is like a little baby New York, like a snow globe version of New York, or like a pop-up, like one of those cards that like opens up, like that kind of version. And like it feels even more like that coming back. And it kind of felt like that also when I flew in from Colombia, like seeing it from the flight. but also now like driving in, because just when you're in New York, it's like such a tiny island, but it's so massive and the sprawl is so immense, and like even just like the drive, like there's so many more towns in between the larger cities. So it definitely does feel like a little more quaint here, even though it's still like a bustling city. Yeah, I think that's all. But it's definitely a cool place and it has so much to offer. And I love being here, so it's not like a knock, it's just an observation. Because it is way smaller, like our population is a lot smaller. Anyway, that's it for now.